So mate, what's involved with setting up a home charger? What are the costs involved? A lot of people are worried that it's going to be really expensive to set this up, in addition to a car that's already expensive. What are the costs to set a charger up at home?
An easy way to put that answer out there is somewhere around about the $2,000 mark is an entry-level price for a supply and installation for a good quality, well-featured EV charger. That'd be a Type 2 charger. It's going to give you either 7 kilowatt single phase, circa 7 kilowatt single phase, or your 22 kilowatt three phase.
As of 2021, 16% of Australians live in apartments. If you and I have got a garage, it's pretty easy. Put the charger in our own garage at our own house, not an issue. But if you live in an apartment, there's a whole bunch of other things you need to consider, isn't there?
Sure, absolutely. So some of the things you'd need to consider are the location of the charger. It would be best suited if you could get that charger as close to your car spot designated parking area as possible. Ideally, connect the power supply to your metered power supply through the main switchboard. If that's not possible, you'll have to go through to the strata committee or building management and start discussing the more pay-as-you-go options.
So if you live in the city, mate, off-street parking is obviously a concern. If you don't have a garage, you don't have a carport, you're then using public charging infrastructure.
Pretty much, yeah. The infrastructure is not there at the moment, and the options aren't vast to implement anything that is usable at this stage, but that space is moving and the options are getting better.
Now, there's a lot of talk between single phase and three phase, and for a lot of people that's too complex, but depending on whether you've got single or three phase, that will depend on how fast the charging is that you can put into your car. But in theory, whichever one of those you have, you can set a charging box up at home and just plug your car in when you get home and away you go.
Absolutely, absolutely. Some chargers will do the single or three phase in the one model. Other chargers you'll have to buy the specific single or three phase charger.
Now, you've spent your $2,000, you've set your charger up as a starting point, and then you end up selling your house. Probably smart to leave the charger there, I reckon, because the new buyer might want one. But if you want to take it with you to your new house, can you do that easily enough?
Absolutely. No harder than disconnecting the power supply at the local lockable isolation switch, remove the cabling, remove the hardware, pull it off the wall, take it to the new home, and complete the installation again.
Common mistakes. I think people probably at the moment are going out and buying the electric car first and then saying, what do I do now? What would you advise to someone who's going down the path of researching buying an electric car? What are some common mistakes people make before they then ring you and say, come and set up a charger for me at home?
Most common mistakes are taken care of in the initial consultation. My advice would be to discuss your specific requirements with a technician who is well versed in both the product and the local electrical rules. The local electrical rules will make a difference in some situations as to how it can be installed in your home. Getting them sorted out prior to picking a charger is a big thing. There's various different features of the charger. You may want one that is integrated better with your solar generation. You may want one that will meter the power supplies for different users and give you a breakdown of that so you could split the costs up. You may need one that actually has a printable CSV form to give to the ATO or your accountant if you have a lease term, that the lease is then paying back the power that you're charging with. There's various different things to cover off, but cover them from the start. Buy one charger, the right charger from the start, and you can't go wrong.
There's a lot of talk about solar panels. Do they simplify, complicate, or absolutely no difference to the charger install?
From our point of view, it makes no difference at all. You may, depending on the charger itself, you may require some additional parts, all of which are purchasable through the manufacturer. So it's no harder, no easier, the same thing. However, it is the most efficient way to charge the car, costing you the least amount of money. The first step would be to do a little bit of product research. Research the product that you're after. Find what features and benefits that you want out of the charger, the location of where you want the charger, possibly have a chat with an electrician first to see what is available at your premises, and then move forward from there.